I got off the bus on fucking right over here, a block away, and I started walking to where we picked up that girl that one time. Cause I was like, oh wait,
The little girl.
the grill when we barbecued.
Oh, the girl, yeah.
So I started walking that way, and then I'm like, wait, New York Ave, wait, this is Central Ave, dude. What the fuck am I doing?
You're going the wrong way, bro.
Dude.
At least you made it. At least you made it.
Olympic walking back.
Wait, don't you drive?
I was just coming from work.
Oh,
I work in New York and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
nice. What do you do if you don't mind me asking?
I work in an accounting office for
Nice.
like some film industry shit.
So you're
Nine to
sit at a
5.
desk, right? Like behind computers?
Yeah, pretty much. I just I'm like a glorified cashier, pretty much.
Nice.
I just hit up people, hey, what's up? Where's the money?
You like collect for invoices and shit, right?
Yeah.
That's
Like
nice.
shit
That's
like that. For like, it's pretty cool though. Cause I like it because it's like all the like the company I work for like rents out sound equipment to like all the New York film production shit. So I get to like hit up all the TV shows and shit like that. Like
That's funny. That's
like the Wu-Tang TV show. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, and like all stupid shit like that. Like, yo, like, where's the money? Where's the Yeah, just like, you know, pretty much like all the shit that goes down in New York.
Yeah, you do like
pretty
all the
poppin'.
vendors and shit. That's awesome.
It's pretty. That's fun as it gets. Other than that, it's just like, where's the money?
There was one time the only celeb that called the company that I work out, and I told you it was we thought it was Will I Am because that's what the caller ID said, and I'm like, yo, it's too fake because then they were like, oh, it is Will I Am, and I'm calling. I'd like to invest. I saw your commercial. And I'm like, we stopped commercials months ago. Like, yeah, as much as I wanted to believe it,
probably like a scam.
Will I Am.
Hey, this is Will I Am.
Like, no one announces themselves like that, bro. Like, you can't put yourself on.
Can you imagine
like that?
you answer? Oh my! Wait, you gonna move the thing here?
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
That might have been really bad.
I don't think so.
Apologies.
They probably fixed
No, yeah, the mic is on max setting, so it probably picked up everything. And Johan said it that
So
no matter where we are in the
here,
room. Yeah. And before me and Charlie were like sitting further apart, I think we're closer now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also just make sure you talk towards this direction because it's gonna be like in a cone. So it should definitely catch us. It's on maximum sensitivity.
That's sad.
You wanna do an intro real quick?
Well, yeah. Welcome back to another. I lost count a long time ago. That's for sure. I lost count after sumo. So I don't know what number this is, but welcome back to another episode of the Unpopular Podcast. I think we've had a lot of guests that are like staples, you know, of our. I think of our high school, you know.
Yeah,
High
it's a
school
mix of
careers.
our high school friends and people that I stream with.
And just people we grew up with, shit like that, right? But I think we've never had anything as close to a celebrity as we have today. Mr. Jesus Bergenline, he's here, yo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in, bro.
That's what's up.
It's
Well,
sick.
thanks for calling me as close as celebrity.
Yeah.
It wasn't an insult, bro, by the way.
I know, but
He's like, y'all take that celebrity
I'll
status.
take it.
You gotta switch
Hood celebrity.
put that in the IG bio. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But the first time we met, because I think you guys met prior, but the first time I met you was at the barbecue, and that was nice. You made killer. That was steak, right?
Bro, that
yeah.
steak was fire.
I wish I had
I was
gone
so happy
more.
that he wanted to do like a barbecue and stuff because I was gonna do shit. Usually during fucking holidays and shit, I just get overwhelmed and I'm like, alright, fuck everything. Everything's
Yeah,
crazy
it's the same
as
way
fuck.
I get. Yeah, I'm like, it's just another
but
day.
I love barbecuing, so I was like, fuck it.
That's
I'm
what's
gonna
up.
get some fucking steaks and that's it.
I'm a pause before, but you season those meats pretty well.
The pre-pause.
Yeah.
No, that shit came out really good.
Bro,
it just sucked that we
You guys
didn't
did in between the burger
we
bun.
did the same thing.
We gotta do it again.
That's what we were saying, you know? Sunday.
I'm weeding out the backyard. Maybe we can do it here if you guys are down.
So I go fuck food is
Nah,
Because we can make them over there, and then
Yeah.
I have shit ton of things, bug spray if we want, or we can come in here and game up after. Because I'm trying to set this up to be a game room too. Like
That's
there's fire in here. It's gonna be a chill spot.
So for those who don't know, what do you think you would say that you're most known for? Which is impossible for someone in Union City not to know who you are. To be honest.
What am I most known for?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends who you ask.
Subjective.
Yeah, but I guess on like the internet world side is obviously like my Instagram, and,
Yeah.
and people most loved when I was like posting like throwback pictures of celebrities and stuff like that. They're really fucking that. But I mean, like, I've lived here my whole life,
And no one,
I have
Regular to you, like
I have a bunch of different like networks, different places. So for some people, I'm just a fucking annoying dude. Some people, I'm a cool dude, you know.
there's a jack of all trades. Annoying, cool. That's
A ghost. I'm hella ghost.
That's-
Mad people know me as
You're just
ghost.
like me, like.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that you did put me onto a lot of like UC trivia that I didn't know for sure. I swear to God, no, for real. Like when I started looking at his posts, I was like, oh shit! Like who knew that many celebrities came to fucking Boulevard East? Well,
Yeah.
that's, you know.
Sesame Street did an episode here. Like I didn't know Big Bird was at
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. So yeah, during the COVID, I wasn't even working at that time, or actually I was working at home, and I just had free time. And I'll tell. So the story is right. This is how it all happened. Like the whole Bergenline shit is. I'm at a birthday dinner with a good friend of mine, Dre Rodner, Andres. He's like a beat producer and shit like that. And we're at O2. I don't know if you've been there. It's fucking
Korean barbecue?
I
Yeah.
love barbecue.
Shit.
So we're there for his birthday, and I have a rapper friend with me, and he mentions his name is 13. He mentioned, oh, like sometimes when I'm dreaming, something along this lines. I don't know if it's, but like sometimes when I'm dreaming or stuff, like I hear like Bjork, like the music of Bjork. I got crazy friends.
Obviously,
And so I hadn't seen him for a long time, so I was like, hey, like, have you seen the picture of Bjork on 80th Street Park? And he was like, nah. So like the next day, I was gonna send it to him, but I was like, you know what? Let me just post it on my Instagram. And before my Instagram was like all this shit, it was literally called, I think, Bergenline Baby. And I was just shit posting. I don't really take.
that's how you start.
I don't really take Instagram serious. Like I just like post pictures of my fucking nieces and nephews doing stupid shit. But okay, so I decided to post this picture to send to my friend, and then mad people liked it. Like I'm a fucking dude. Like dudes. Like I'm not even like model type. A regular dude will get like what 20 likes on a picture or something.
Gassed.
Yeah, but I post this Bjork picture and it gets like 250 likes. I'm like, all right.
You own the block.
I was like, all right, bet. Like people like are interested in this type of stuff. I have free time, so I was like, the next day I post another picture. It was like the Lana Del Rey and the fucking North Bergen, like trailer parks that she lived there for some time, and another 250 people like that shit. So I was like, you know what? I got free time.
Yeah, keep a good thing
So I
going.
just kept doing it. Just not even for the likes or anything like that. I was just like, I got shit to do. It's fucking COVID.
Yeah.
And after a while, people started sending me like, wow, this shit's crazy. This shit's crazy. And I had a whole bunch of stuff like locked that I do. So I was like, why am I going to hold it in if people don't know it? Why not share it?
Yeah.
And then people started sending me messages like, hey, like, yo, this is like, thank you for posting this. It's like making me appreciate where I'm from. And I felt like I was adding some type of like cultural Like
It's like
significance or something.
yeah, like low key, your Instagram is probably like a memento to like some people or shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's
So like it was making them feel like proud
Wow.
during a time where everyone was just like
Against each
bored.
other.
Like, bored. Like my town is so boring. I'm stuck in my house. So
I remember that.
I fucking kept doing it, and yeah.
I think it's because people think this town is so insignificant, but when you look back, it's like we had
Yeah.
all these celebrities here. We had so
Yeah.
many things here.
Yeah,
Like, wow.
and there's a lot of like culture in here, but it's like it's all spread apart.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people are doing stuff over there, people are doing stuff over here. Maybe it was this year, maybe it was that year. But if you get all those moments and you put them together, it kind of like shapes the perspective a little differently.
Mhm.
Because like you're looking at little small moments, and then like let's say you're more into skating, you know about the local skate culture here,
Mhm.
and you're more into music, so you know about the local music culture. But the skate people don't know about the music culture, or the movie people don't,
Yeah.
you know. But if you bring that all together, you're like, oh wow,
Yeah,
like
it's a lot
it
more
could be
than
one
you think.
mad
Yeah.
shit be happening.
Yeah,
Like it's not
just spread
only
across
this.
different fields.
It's just there's not like some network or infrastructure to like talk about local history or local like underground cultures, you know, like
Yeah.
youth culture and stuff like that. You know, the older heads they be doing like talking about political shit, but like people like younger at our age and stuff like that, we don't give a fuck about that. We want to know the stuff that interests us.
Yeah.
Fucking movies, games, music, yeah. So I think that's where the value was at. Like there was
Yeah.
no one really talking about local culture at a like low level.
Sure. I think you and like HUD Post and this girl, I forgot her name, but I'm sorry. JC Music Scene though. She's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've met her a couple times. Like you guys really push for, I feel like all that stuff without having to put too much even work on it because it's just it comes naturally. Oh, I like this music. Let me just push it forward. I like this short film. Let me push it forward. I think a lot of people are digging that vibe too.
Yeah. Well, so during the time I was growing up, I think I might be like a generation older than you. I don't really know
Mhm.
your ages and stuff like that. It wasn't really cool, like for people to like show love to others and be like, hey, like your
Yeah.
shit is cool. It was more like everyone was into art and stuff like that, and they were kind of a little narcissistic, and they were gonna be like, I'm the one.
Yeah.
I'm the one, like, yo, I'm cool, like, my shit is cool. Their shit is, they're not on my
I don't know what the
level.
fuck they're doing.
And that was a big part of when I was growing up. I don't know in the past if it was like that. Some scenes were more cooler than others, like, show more love than others, but I saw a lot of that. So I kind of wanted to spread the message, like, hey, it's okay to see someone locally doing something and to be like, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the.
It's not that serious. Like they don't have to be at the top. They don't have to be reach their highest level of skill.
That's a side effect of like what we want to do with the podcast too. Is kind of like show other like up and coming artists and rappers and like how Andy does like photography because you saw too when he came in and like a lot of his friends also were into like I guess cameras and art. So it's like there's a lot of people that do a lot of different shit, and it's just like I feel like they'd excel further if they just had that spotlight that isn't really, I guess, attainable regularly.
Yeah. So I think in like this like local cultural thing, like everyone has a like a little role. Everyone has a role, and sometimes the role is just to kind of spread the message.
Exactly.
Spread the message. Like you don't have to be the person in the front to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And it's not like the person in the front is the most important. It's like a whole network of stuff. Like let's say like you have this podcast stuff, right? Like I don't know who does the editing or the sound.
Yeah.
A lot of
Our
people
editor's not even in this room.
a lot of people don't like look at that stuff, so it kind of fades in the background. But everyone's important.
Yeah,
Everyone's
for sure.
important. It's so I think I don't know. I feel like kind of my role a little bit for was kind of just like showing people a part of me was like showing
Mhm.
people that hey, there's other people doing stuff, and it's okay to be like hey, like what they're doing is cool.
Yeah, because for
'Cause
some reason it's not that popular to give props to other people for no reason. Like I don't
For
know.
sure, the appreciation, especially when you're in high school, you are finding yourself every day from the time you enter high school to like to you're a young adult. And I think once you figure out what you want to do, and if you're taking pictures, you're doing music, you're doing whatever, people are still on that mindset, you know, because we grew up so close to each other and so around each other that we're just like, oh, that's bullshit, or that's stupid, or that's this, that's that. And since we want to be kind of still close to our community, you know, we kind of, oh yeah, you're right, that is bullshit. You know, I don't like that, but it's not true. We try to. That's what I want to try to do. Well, we want to try to do that here. That's why we invited you. That's why we invited my friend Andy. You know, we want to get Gus on because he's a DJ and all this people because I think if you can appreciate us, you know, you can also appreciate them, and you can appreciate our culture as a whole. You know, regardless of how different it is.
For me, I see myself all right, like hey, like I'm a human and I like art and culture and stuff like that. But there were people in the past, just like me, doing the same stuff. There was people doing podcasts, like so maybe it wasn't called podcasts and stuff like
Radio
that.
or whatever.
They would call themselves all different things, but they were doing the same stuff. And for me, it's like it's good to kind of like look at the past and look at the forward and to respect the people in the past
Yeah, they pay
and in the future because it's like we were there once and we were there once and we'll be there in the future. So it's kind of like I don't know. I think it's good to interact with everyone and just to kind of just like show like hey, like we're all the same. We're all the same. It doesn't matter age or if you have similar interests and stuff like that. Doesn't matter, dude. And it's good to support each other.
Yeah. Respect
Because
for
the
fellow
people in the that have been doing stuff like this in the past, they could bring knowledge to the people that are like learning, that are younger and stuff like that. And it's always good to kind of like I think when you're older to try to interact with people that are younger to kind of like try your best to like get spread as much knowledge as you can down.
Yeah.
Cause why not, dude? We're from the
Yeah.
same community and stuff like that. There, you're not losing anything from that.
No, yeah.
It doesn't cost anything to help anybody out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
depending how you're helping them.
Yeah, that's true. They're looking to get ahead, and it's like that's what's crazy about the scene right now. It's like you were talking about earlier on how people back then didn't support each other or they thought they were the best. You know, as a person that tries to do art and tries to do this thing, I kind of still notice that a little bit, and I try not to get too involved in that because I don't like drama like that. And I support people either way, you know. But I do notice the narcissism a little bit, or the ego when it comes to all these things.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it in my perspective from where I am. It's kind of after COVID. I don't know if it's just in my network, but I've seen the culture of appreciating people go up a little bit more and people down to collaborate and interact and more like group themselves a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, New Jersey has been known for that a little bit.
Toxicity.
Yeah, it's been known for that for some time.
I think we were so in the shadow of like New York, and you know, we're not. It's like we are the East Coast, but not really. You know, people look at us like that, and we just grew up. You know, a lot of our communities are very poor. A lot of our communities, I guess, aren't up to standard, whatever standard is. You know, and we grew up the way we grew up, and you know, our parents are also well. At least my parents were immigrants from another country, and they also have their values from their countries.
Yeah.
And it's hard to implement those values here because it's just two different places, and these new generations are growing up with two different sets of values.
Yeah.
Crazy ideals. They don't know what. That's why I say we try to find ourselves as much. As we
Yeah,
can.
it's definitely growing up. I know from my experience, it's like very questioning your identity and stuff like that. Like I'm a Dominican American, but I was raised over here, so sometimes I'm not Dominican enough for Dominicans.
Like the same thing too.
I'm not American enough for the Americans. Like it's like, where do I fit in?
I'm not a Hispanic at all, apparently.
Yeah,
I'm Dominican and Ecuadorian.
I grew up listening to hella rock and shit like that and stuff like that. But then I go hang out with like fucking Dominicans, and they're like, dude, this guy is like a rockero. He's like a
That's a problem. Like, when it comes to that, like, 'cause we grew up listening to rock too, and I remember when I used to go to school, when I was a kid, the hits were like Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne, Eminem, and it's like, bro, it's not that I don't like it, but I like rock more. What's wrong with it? And they're like, oh, you're weird. You like blackness. You like darkness. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah. Same thing for me. But thankfully, I'm happy about. I grew up in Weehawken. I went to school in Weehawken, and the diversity is really, really big. So I had a best friend who was fucking completely into hip hop. I had a best friend who took me to rock shows when I was like 15 years old and stuff like that.
That's dope.
There's a big diversity. So I go through phases. I've gone through phases where I was like listening to rock all the time, listening to rap. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've just gone through phases.
If we were like in high school, like back when there was like technology was starting, like no uniforms and all that shit, like you could leave whatever, like we would have ran shit. Like, we would have been wild as fuck. Before you could just get fucking expelled for being absent like 9 times, we would have owned the world.
We were crazy at a generation where it was kind of like okay to be crazy and but with too many rules, I think. But for sure, if we had grown up, what would you say, the 90s maybe? And our high school in the 90s, it would have been a little crazier and we would have done a lot. We would have had a lot more freedoms, I think. And it would have been a lot more fun.
Maybe.
I got to see a little bit of the 90s, and I really liked how they lived back then. I'm not a big fan of social media now these days. I felt like everything was more personable, like face to face, and like to get invited to a party was like very special and stuff like that. But like my age growing up, people would go on what was it, MySpace, Facebook. They'd be like, party on 55th Street, and all the ratchets they will run to all the ratchets. They will put it on whatever social media. They'd be like, I'm throwing a party, and everybody would just go over there.
Just start spreading.
Like when you're young, you'd be out in the park and stuff like that. And now I don't really see stuff going that way. Like people just stay inside.
That's shit that we did. Like we would do random nights, all-nighters, where we'd just be walking beeline at 4 a.m. Like, just because like we were just fucking. Maybe we went to like Banana King because it was like the only thing open, or like McDonald's.
I think, yeah. I don't know. I grew up like doing shit like that too, so that's kind of like the type of stuff that kind of got me to appreciate where I'm from and to kind of try to grasp where I'm from. You were outside in the streets doing stupid shit. Not anything like that, but like manhunt, running
shit
down
like
up the
that, shit like
block.
that teaches you natural life lessons.
Yeah.
Like, it teaches you right and wrong.
You run into the local psycho.
Yeah, just I feel like I've ridden down almost every block on my bicycle.
No word. Yeah.
Like, I've seen every crevice of every block. Just I don't know, just like home bored, and I say, okay, I'm gonna go take my bicycle, and I'm like half depressed, and I'm just fucking going around everywhere. That's how it was.
I used to do that shit too. Here's the thing about that. I used to do it alone. Now I kind of have like this thing where I was like, oh, we gotta do something now, and I'm impulsive and I want to do something, and like I'm desensitized and all this shit. But I try to like I try to do that with my car now, where it's like, you go into like tunnely now. Oh shit, something new, which is not really that new. You go into like the edge of Edgewater again, nothing new, but it's just cooler to see the rest of the
just like
To get out of your area.
places that you observe less.
It was good. Frankly, for as densely populated as this place is, there's a lot to see. It's not as crowded, I think, as people think.
It is crowded, but still, I love this area because I kind of feel like, hey, like, if you want to go into the mountains, you can. It's top 2 hours away. If you want to go into the city, this area,
there may not be much to do here, but it's it's the most accessible place.
Yeah, you could go to the beach. 2 hours away if you really.
You can go to Pennsylvania.
You could go on. You have access to a lot of different environments. That's what I do like about this area. And it kind of feels like GTA-ish.
I love that.
You can be like, hey, like, I want to go into the mountains in the snow. So whatever you want.
Should you open someone's car?
You meant the exploration part, I think.
Not the running over people with your car.
Not the actual Grand Theft Auto.
Oh man, I actually wanted to ask you because I know we were talking about this before, like a couple weeks ago. How are you feeling now with like all the shit that you were getting? If you want to talk about it on Insta and like, people forgetting that at the end of the day you're kind of just a person, just being a person, and like not I guess just an entity of like
yeah. So I have like this Instagram, right, and it's called Bergenline, and I'm posting like all this like local cultural stuff, and people are reacting well to it, and so and like people are like inspired, and they send me a nice message. So I'm like, hey, why not? I'm having fun using social media this way. So let me keep using social media this way. Like, and I understand why, but like people have like kind of like gained a perception that I'm really like fucking a organization or like an entity that this is what I'm doing with my life, or this is like who I am, and I have like a role to do this. Right?
Okay.
And honestly,
like a higher plan.
Yeah, like I don't know, like, they give me like this title, like
this is Bergenline, and that's all he is.
Bergenline, like I'm gonna be the voice of the streets and shit like that. But really, I'm just a fucking human, and I'm trying to have fun with social media.
Are you like a racist if you see like saying that shit to you? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just an individual trying to have fun with social media. People are reacting well to things that I do, and
I've seen a couple of your posts.
I'm trying to have a good, positive relationship with social media, but sometimes people like feel like they just criticize it.
Yeah,
they criticize
that's why in my
relationship
mind,
I'm trying to have with social media. And when it there was like recently, I think once when I first met you, there I was getting a lot of messages of people criticizing what I do, hey, this and that, and it's kind of like, okay, you have the freedom to criticize, but you're also making my relationship with social media kind of like lame. Like, who wants to like go onto their phone and have people like criticize you? Like, criticize the stuff you post. It's like, dude, like, I'm not making money. I'm not making money off this. I'm doing this pure for enjoyment, fun, and the positive energy that it is like bringing around me and other people and stuff like that. So like, hey, let me just step back for a while because my life is more important than these people that are like the criticisms. Like, people have the right to criticize, but this is my relationship with social media.
You have a right to not stand for it. Like, you don't gotta fucking take that shit.
I like to live my life doing whatever the hell I want. I don't do anything for money, clout, or a title, name. I like to live my life to just to satisfy the things without hurting other people.
Yeah.
Satisfy my life with other people.
If me and Lewis got shit like that, we probably do like a hate comment segment.
To be honest.
Yeah, we would like, your podcast channel is shit. That's why you're in your mom's basement. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. You're in your mom's womb. I don't know.
Yeah, I like to.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, I like to live my life based off of how I feel, what I want to do. I kind of like a fucking video game. Like I do
Like GTA.
whatever the fuck I want. Whatever the fuck I want.
Within legal parameters.
Maybe not.
You know what?
Yeah. So it's like I don't care. Like I don't care about anything, but I have one life to live. I'm gonna try to
Enjoy it.
harvest as much positivity and happiness as I can, because I want to enjoy this fucking video game before the fucking TV turns off.
Yeah,
Damn,
that's a good analogy.
That shit was deep.
Yeah.
That was deep. That was
Yeah,
good.
that's because that's literally
That's what it is.
Yeah, because like when you think about it too, like I don't know how anyone else feels or anyone else can comment too, but all I remember before birth is blackness, pitch blackness. I don't remember anything. I can only assume that that's what it's like when you die.
Yeah.
It's just darkness. You can't feel, you can't see, you can't speak. You don't hunger. You don't.
Maybe there's a second life, but who knows?
Maybe it'll be like sleeping. It'll be like that, and you lose all memory of your past life, and that's it. You just keep on going. But
Yeah, who knows? But for this one, I'm trying to do as much as I can with what I got.
That's good.
Yo, and I appreciate that. And I had talked to a lot of people when that had happened, because that happened when I just met you.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw that post that you were backing off of social media and all that shit, and I was like, okay. Before I criticize, let me understand. I had asked a bunch of people that knew you. I had asked a bunch of people that were like, maybe didn't know you, so to get two perspectives. And after you told me all that shit, I finally, I really understood. It's like, yeah, don't treat people like shit at the end of the day, man. If you want to post something, if you want to do something with your life that someone else doesn't like, fuck you. I'm going to do it anyway. And I appreciate that you're so human about it and that you took the time to explain it and to step back from that toxic environment.
Yeah. I mean, I think in the end of the day, the best thing to be is human and honest with yourself. I don't care about, like I said, I don't care about any money or clout or anything like that. I'm trying to have fucking fun. That's all I care. And then when the fun stops, then I go somewhere else.
You'll be like, all right, this podcast isn't funny anymore.
I think you would.
Like, I don't like you guys talking
I appreciate you being here, bro. I appreciate you coming, bro.
Yeah.
It's the best. But fucking, as soon as this podcast is over, we gotta plan another barbecue. I'm just saying.
I'd be down.
We were planning about making churrascos. Yeah, but and then making tacos out of the churrascos, bro.
That'd be dope.
That would be fucking dope, bro.
No
fucking
cilantro. I'm a simple guy, dude. Alright. Cilantro.
That's
Good,
dope.
dude.
I'm telling you, we plan 2 weeks in advance. Get all the vegetables and shit, the groceries, and
Soul had said something about it. She said, I think, the 14th, but we don't know yet. We don't know. And I would like to make it, if possible, if any of you want to show up, because if we do it at our place, I would open up just the backyard, not anything. But I would open it up to people who are wanting to meet us or wanting to just come by and chill, bro.
Nobody's gonna come.
No. No one comes.
We had heads come last time.
We had a lot of people there.
Yeah, because those are our friends.
Yeah, but that's the point.
That's all you need.
That's all you need, bro.
That's all you need.
If I say this now and Andy pulls up and John and Edward and all
Miguel could pull up.
All you need in life, dude, is fucking friends, bro. That's all you need.
Because that day was really chill. We were just chill. And the fact that Gus brought his whole setup.
Yeah.
I told him,
Dude, I felt like I was in a fucking private party, dude.
yeah. I told Gus, I was like, listen, bro. you just bring your speaker and your computer and just play music so we could all chill.
He brought the turntable.
And he brought the turntables. He brought the whole fucking setup.
Yeah,
he was
dude,
DJing
I was
all night.
like, I was lit, bro. I'm a lightweight. I like one beer. I was at the fucking
bar.
things. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, what are you doing? Oh, you're opening it?
Yeah, I want to take out this.
I knew. I was about to
Look
say
at that.
You can shit fall.
It was a clean. No, it was a clean pull out.
I don't know if you noticed,
But
but
our game is trash.
The whole load dropped.
I don't know if you noticed, but he has all those, right?
Yeah.
And he has all these.
I own all of these in these rooms except for
Well, no, some of those are out.
those two that are colored and that Iron Man, and then one more somewhere else. But the rest of them are all mine.
That's beautiful about this one.
Yeah.
So we tried, since we helped him move about yesterday, because we wanted to talk about this too. When was it, yesterday?
Yeah, we moved
Yeah, it
last
was
night.
yesterday. Legit last night. So he was at the room upstairs. And even though it was, it looked crowded, but it really wasn't. It was nice.
This
Just-
room?
No, the one upstairs. But this one had a lot more space in it. And the person who was here is going to leave. So he decided to take this one.
Yeah.
And we were moving everything slowly and slowly and slowly. We left him here last night with, to be honest, with a mess, and he tried to organize it as best as he
Yeah,
could.
that's why this is still prototype phase, but I wanted to get something that's set up for today because we also we got a new table to build and like a wardrobe that I gotta build and a bunch of other shit.
And it's awesome that we had you as the first guest for the new space, because as soon as, I'm telling you, as soon as this
That'll be a nice thumbnail. Yes.
As soon as we get done with this shit, we would love to have you back.
Yeah. I would like to come just to see like what the
finished
changes
product.
Yeah,
could
because
be.
again, like I really want to change this into a game/studio room. So like we could probably do some bullshit segments in the podcast where you like play a fucking party game for 10 minutes or some shit. Like, it's really gonna look nice in here, and it's chilly now, but this bitch gets cold like sometimes. And during the winter, forget about it.
Is it iced out?
Yeah, bro. But like if we all like cause.
If you all breathe hard, it'll.
but you guys like live together and like so like our friendship circle is kind of like expanding. So like I don't mind if like during the winter if you guys want to get a fire pit, fucking chill out in the back.
I have like a fucking bougie ass grill that could be used as a fire pit.
Awesome,
Bro,
I could just bring it.
it's mad fancy too. He told me that they were doing the barbecue. He's like, yo, I got a bougie ass from like, grill bougie? That doesn't sound like two words that'll yo, it's fancy as fuck. It was one of the fanciest shit I've ever seen in my life.
it's like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I
that
love barbecue and grilling. I that's what me and my family would do when we were younger, like go to the park and that shit. So it's very special to me. So I said, I'm gonna grill till I die. So might as well
awesome.
get a grill that'll.
You know what we should do then one day? We should go to like a lake or maybe because not all beaches do it, but we can go to certain beaches that have like they have grills there that are, or we could just bring our own.
I have a very unpopular opinion. It's probably unpopular to all of Hudson County, but I don't care.
I hate
Grilling at 80th Street Park is not the wave, bro. It's not. I've never done it.
I never done it.
Don't.
I would like to do it though.
Just to say you've done it once.
Yeah, why not? And I have a fantasy of throwing like a big fucking like a cookout.
Oh,
like make a hood cookout and just like mad people pull up. We just all grilling at the park.
That'd be cool.
Yo, I wish people were fucking better in this world because that would be possible.
Yo, and it would
like, what if you set up like it'd be like a hood like potluck shit.
Yeah.
And everyone just brings a plate. But then the cops would get involved and be like, yo, you don't know who the fuck is putting what, and then you don't know how to track it back.
I appreciate Brian for doing all these block parties. I appreciate him, taking care of kids. I know, because one was in front of your house.
Yeah. All of
Bro, looking for parking yesterday was terrible around here.
It was fun yesterday.
The fucking block party stretched like 7 blocks.
From 6 to 10. While we were moving everything, I don't know what fucking songs those were, but it was like, hey, everybody put your hands on your knees. Table, and like, I'm like, yo, what is this fucking mix up? Like,
and I appreciate all that shit. But if you let us, like, if we can talk to Brian or anybody, JC Music Scene, whoever, get anybody in there to talk to Brian and set up. Listen, we want to set up a good cookout. Let people bring what they want. and maybe have a couple cops there, nothing serious. And if they want to eat, they can eat. But don't just have one hot dog stand for 400 people.
It's gonna be hard to organize, though.
Work. It is hard to organize, but it's possible. Like he said,
Everything is
planning.
possible. It's just you have to go about it the right way. And I'm the type of person who, like, I just don't like to fucking deal with bureaucratic shit. That's the fucking trouble. So I'm
That's where you get the most pushback.
yeah. So I'm hoping, like, I had a friend who was helping me out with that. Jackson, he helped me out for some time. We were trying to make some moves and shit like that. Hopefully we try again, because he's everyone has a role, everyone has a skill, everyone has a thing, and like I don't know. He was the one that was helping me out with all the bureaucratic shit, and hopefully we're gonna try again. But this summer I wasn't. I wasn't trying to do too much because so many people were doing stuff. I had a lot of friends who were doing stuff, and I was like, "Hey,
okay, let's
Why-
enjoy your shit."
yeah, like,
Sit back.
Don't let me work.
yeah, like, why not? You don't gotta throw the party to enjoy the."
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah,
It-
that's
it-
good though.
So I was like, "Fuck it, dude. People are doing shit. Let me go
Let's
to
go.
your shit. Yeah, let's see what's up." So yeah, I like to do stuff more when people aren't doing stuff. So I feel like, hey, like, yo, guys, don't forget, could do shit. Let's do shit.
That's why you gotta make shit happen. You can't wait for you can't wait all the time.
I'm telling you, if you guys don't like the bureaucratic shit, I'll walk into Brian's office. Like I don't.
He's
not
not
even
in Boston. 2023. We gotta do a
He's not
podcast
even that.
in front of the park.
From what I know, he's not even that hard to deal with. You just gotta
That's what I
deal
heard.
with him.
Nice.
You gotta deal with him the right way. But from what I know, he's not even that hard to work with.
Just pass him a water.
It's just like shit is bureaucratic. You gotta go through shit the right way. A lot of us
Yeah,
are
like
young
channels
and
and shit.
we just want to just fucking pull up and make that shit happen. But these people, they want stuff like
Organized.
Yeah, that's why if you go with like a plan and like how expenses would be like brought out and shit, and you give proper planning to it, and then you
Yeah.
just give them the plan. All you gotta do is say yes or no.
You'll
give
be
me
like,
funding.
yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, like a lot of yeah. Pretty much that's it.
I wonder if you could because what's our biggest park? First Street would probably be our biggest park.
Yeah, I think. I also think. Sorry, not to go a little off topic, but it kind of is on topic. There was I think I don't know if it was First or 80th Street Park, but there was like this Instagram account that started growing because they're like doing a petition to stop them from getting demolished or taken out.
Which one?
I think it's the trees.
Yeah,
Or are you talking about
I don't know which
The-
park it's either
Oh, I think
80th or
it-
First Street Park, but they're
talking
getting
about
rid of
trees?
yeah they're getting rid of
Yeah.
it for
Parking.
yeah for what is it called? What is it called? The blue ones.
handicap.
Yeah, handicap parking. They want to make like 20 more just for those out of those.
Yeah, I think
those
that's
big-
the North Bergen Earth Talks.
Yeah,
True.
and but they were like, they battled it, and like they had protesters come and like speak to the board, and they were like
Yeah.
with visible points. They're like, hey, it's a heat wave. You're gonna get rid of all this shade.
Yeah,
And
that's Sussy. Sussy is really good at, talking with the town and stuff like
Yeah.
that and stuff like that. They do really
That's
like,
good. They had
work
really
and
good
stuff like
points.
that.
Yeah, and it's like, and that goes back to your thing. It's like everyone has a role. Everyone has something that they're good at. Because like, not to sound like a dick, but I wouldn't do that. Like, I
can't
wouldn't
do
go
that,
out of my
dude.
way.
I can't do that just because
So I have props to people that do.
yeah, everyone has a skill. Everyone has a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Not my skill.
Yeah. When you're passionate about something.
My shit
fight for
is
it.
literally we'll do that shit until the cops fucking kick us out.
I love that.
Exactly. I fuck with that vibe too.
but there comes a time like in age like when you're like 18 and lower, like okay you could fucking slide by, but then there comes an age where shit gets legal.
Yeah.
and you could get fucking trouble.
Yeah,
Money
get the
and
fuck out of
jail
there.
and all this bullshit.
Bro, when it's money, bro, like give me jail time, but don't give me a $50,000 fine, bro. I'm
Yeah.
never gonna pay that off.
If you could just like pull up with your parking tickets and be like, I'm here to pay off $16.
Bro, I have right now. I don't know if I should reveal this information, but I have like 5 parking tickets. But I
Ask him if you can like,
Yeah.
ask him if you can go in like SpongeBob and Patrick in that one scene and be like,
I want to make a shirt that says, sorry, sound like fuck parking authority or something. Because I think that should be so funny.
Bro, are they not assholes, bro? Because
They're doing
sometimes
their job.
I know, but sometimes I park in a meter that has no quarters, nothing, for like a whole 3 days, nothing. And then sometimes I park there for 5 seconds and I get a ticket. Like,
Yeah, it's just we have a parking crisis in this area where there's not enough parking.
There's nothing.
There's not enough parking, and people. It takes a lot of time. So it's just this weird situation where it's like, no, you don't want people to double park and close you in, but like you, I don't know.
there's too many people though.
There's
Like,
a lot of
families that have
There's a lot of
multi-car families.
sides to it, but at a point in my life, I was a fucking Uber Eats driver. I did the Uber Eats, and those are your ops when you're doing fucking parking authority. It's like all these people like in the towns they understand, hey, like there's food deliveries coming into these houses. There's nowhere to fucking put your car to fucking walk up and give the people the food, and then you get a fucking car ticket, and all you're doing is trying to make money. And it's like the businesses don't give a shit, the town doesn't give a shit, and you're just out here trying to hustle, and you got these fucking people trying. It's really.
How do you think you argue that? Can you argue that?
Nah.
Defeat it in court?
Nah, when you get a ticket, you can't. I've done it before.
It's like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like towns allow delivery, but they also fucking ticket the people. It's like
How do you win?
it's like it doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. It's
Some bullshit.
It is some
More
bullshit.
parking lots.
It's-
It's like
Is that why you stopped?
Yeah, because listen,
That's fucked,
listen. I was doing Uber Eats, and apart from just that, like some people are just assholes when you do Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Like,
People like snatch bags out of your hand.
yeah, I got it.
not even that, like the people that
You
make
give it back.
the restaurants that make the food, like get all rowdy with you.
Like, yo, I didn't order the shit.
Yeah, like everyone treats you like that. That's a job. Like people treat you like you're like lower.
Yeah.
Like they treat you like shit, dude.
Like, yo, here's the asshole picking up his food. Like, what did I do?
They're mad patronizing too, where it's like the customers will be like, "Oh, here you go," like a cash. They talk to you like you're a kid, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
I think
Here's the fucking order.
I don't fuck with Uber and Uber Eats. I think this is called unpopular opinion. This is an
Yeah,
unpopular
go ahead.
opinion. I think Uber Eats, they shouldn't exist, dude. I don't think they should exist. I think they negatively affect fucking local society, and all this money goes back to some motherfucker and stuff like that. I want to see Rapido. I want to see all that shit come back. I want delivery drivers to be hired by the fucking restaurant, not by some fucking little fucking computer fucking shit that fucking.
Do you think it's cheaper for a business to do that?
I don't think.
For sure.
It happened in the past. It happened in the past. That's how people did shit.
Yeah. I
But
figured, yeah, probably like COVID hit. And they're just like, fuck it.
it helps people that are struggling more, like people
Yeah.
that are even struggling more that can't even afford. But I think the trade off is trash, dude.
yeah, to
I
get
think
treated
the
like shit.
When I went to, I went to Denmark. Uber is illegal over there. You have to call up taxi people. They don't do that shit.
That's
They know
fine.
Uber Eats. There's a lot of countries that they just ban it because they're like, dude, like you have this random company just taking over a big part of the whole industry.
Yeah,
It
it's like
affects the local people.
It's a whole monopoly on a lot of different shit that uses cars for no reason. I think it's ridiculous.
They really took control of like the market, and a lot of these restaurants they live through that.
Yeah, now they can't make sales if they don't use like
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's like they live. So unpopular opinion. Take out
Society
Uber
would be
and
better
Uber
without.
Eats.
Does that also like include like Lyft and like DoorDash and like all the other services
Yeah.
that are like it as
Go
well?
pick it up yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll still get delivery. You can still get delivery.
And I think that like to add on to your point is that it adds another like because we got let out, like we're not on lockdown anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
I think
different,
it promotes that comfortability, that laziness as a society. Like you have you watched Wall-E?
Yeah.
So you know how fat everyone was in that shit.
Wall-E is like it tells the truth.
Like we're in that direction. I'm not saying we're there, but we're in that
yeah.
direction. Like,
Hell yeah.
like, and everyone's like, "Oh no, it's convenience, it's comfortability."
No,
but it's like
lazy.
you're shaping how it works for everybody. If it's true comfortability, that would mean that it's a luxury, and only those who can afford it can have it. But when you make it accessible to everyone, it's more of a hindrance than something that supports the ecosystem and makes you dependent on it.
Yeah. I mean, the people out here making money, they're hustling off people's fucking
their misery and fucking disadvantages.
the negative traits, and when they hustle off those negative traits, they amplify it.
Yeah. Because then you pour into your vices more and shit.
Let's say I drank a couple beers, I'm in my house and yada yada yada. I gotta call for food for delivery, but now even a step lazier. Now I don't even have to call. I could literally pick up my phone and just press a fucking button.
Leave it at my door.
Talk anymore.
So they fucking. I have social anxiety. I don't even want to talk.
Shaking.
So yeah. So that's how the people with the big money, they hustle. They find the little negative traits of people, and they figure out a way how to capitalize off of it. Yeah.
Corporational greed.
What are we doing on time?
We're at 51. We got another 15 minutes.
Nice.
15.
20 minutes.
But bro, yeah. Going back to that Uber thing, I think. Do you still use it? Be real.
Do I still use it?
Oh yeah.
I used it in the past 30 days twice.
And what bothers me about all this is that now that they have control of the market, they've raised their fucking prices.
Yeah.
And it's like, because everybody's so comfortable now, like you said, they're gonna pay those prices.
Because then to them in their mind, it's like, oh, it's like that because I don't have to walk there.
Yeah.
Especially with COVID too, like their business has been so booming after COVID that it's just like people have gotten used to it. Like they learned a lot of people learned how convenient it is through COVID and stuff like that. So their business.
That's why when Amazon was just doing Amazon, they were like, "Yo, everyone's trying to get like perishable items and shit. Let's do Amazon Fresh."
Yeah.
And then just like that, and then now they have the Amazon stores, and they're like, "Yo, technology's technology. Fuck cashiers. We got the Amazon Go stores where you I want to go. We should go.
I've never gone to them, but I want to
right on 42nd, but right across the
really?
from
Where? You need to go with like a GoPro that like looks at your face and we're like,
oh, in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like 42nd Street.
Yeah.
No, that's not that far. That's fine.
Yeah, it's literally that store has so many cameras, dude. Literally, you look up and it's like
greetings.
They're watching.
Just at least like 300 cameras in there.
I had like this weird kind of conversation with one of my he was like the IT like I guess boss or whatever, like he led that department, and we were kind of like talking about how that would work and like the future of how streaming services would work, and like the streaming service isn't really that important, but for the Amazon store it was like apparently he thinks that like every single shelf, and I think this is like hella expensive, but every single shelf has like weights. And it can tell when you pull like an item off of the shelf or whatever, and there's literally just one employee in that whole building, and that's the guy who just restocks everything because it's probably that like it probably doesn't need that much maintenance.
Bro, the restocking people probably come once a month, dude.
Probably. Yeah.
And you know, like the vending machine, and it goes zoop, zoop. They have like a little system like that too. That every time someone takes something.
Crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Where it's like, I think they're willing to invest that much money because if you make everything automated like that, and you only have to pay one person one time a month to restock, bro,
Yeah.
You're making way more money at the end.
Yeah.
That's why all these non-American supermarkets are popping up. Lidl,
Lidl, oh, yeah.
Aldi, their whole system is to, since rent is fucking high as fuck right now, decrease the labor costs, make a simple ass business. Simplify the business as much as you can, because the rent is high, so you can't afford as many employees for brick and mortar places. Because a lot of people are shopping online now. A lot of businesses, they gotta simplify. They have only the cashier people, and then they got one person doing it. The rest.
I wish it was that simple, yeah. Working there is a bitch. Not gonna lie to you. Restocking in a supermarket is a fucking hassle. That's something that should be automated.
I read that as
It'll never be because you have people. You got like, I'm not shitting on you. It was, but Lidl is food and thing. The Target was food, clothes, groceries, electronics, bikes, and
No, but
bullshit, man. I find whole ass bikes laying down on bags of dog food. And I'm like, yo, what asshole left this here? like, there's like a skateboard in the shoe rack. I'm like, yo, fuck you. I gotta put this in a cart, bring it to the front,
but
and then
if you
cycle
see
it all
you see
back.
the difference from like a Lidl or like a Aldi and stuff like that, and the ShopRite is the Lidl and the Aldi, they'll have 3 types of peanut butter. You go to ShopRite, they'll have 20 types of fucking peanut butter.
That is true.
You go to fucking a Lidl, they'll have 3 types of coffee. You go to a fucking ShopRite, they'll have like 50 types of coffee.
It's like a tighter supply.
The Americans, it's all about competition. So they have so much businesses competing. They create so much waste. They end up throwing out a bunch of stuff. The European is more like, yo, we'll just have 3 things and it'll be good. And that's it, dude.
And it works.
And
It works.
that's it.
Because shit sells out over there.
Yeah, they'll have stuff, and it'll be stuff that they know people will like because it's good, and that's all you need.
And it's crazy because, you know how every store around here has their Goya section?
Yeah.
Lidl is the only place where their Goya section is like this wide. Like it's nothing. And this tall, maybe. Nothing. But everything else gets sold out.
And probably like American versus European products is like we probably just use so many like chemicals and like preservatives that like those are probably not as made as often and not made to last as long. So that's probably why they sell out. And it's like
I think it's more of a mindset. It's a mindset.
you think like a more of an appreciation. Like,
Yeah, it's more of like, hey, like you just is more minimalistic compared to more like, hey, here's all these options. Here's all these options. It's like, hey, we just
This
you don't,
is what
you
we
don't
need.
need options. You need good quality.
Yeah.
And if it does a job, that's all you need.
That's one thing you learn a lot about in those companies like Aldi and Lidl, where it's like the only thing they really have to do is know how to merchandise the shit. So learn how to stock everything correctly, and you sell out every day like that. I've noticed it with like they have a whole organic section in Lidl. It's trash. No one.
Oh yeah.
But for some reason, the way like it looks pretty, and there's like you said, there's not that many options. People just take it and take it and take it, and that shit is expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, the first time I got to go to whatever Aldi and Lidl, all that stuff, I was in Europe. And this was before all of this shit came to America. And they were doing the little quarters to bring your shopping cart back and all that stuff. And you could bring your bottles back, like your plastic bottles, and recycle it there and stuff like that. I was like, wow, like these people are different as fuck. And now it seems like no American supermarket could survive to beat these people and shit like that.
That's why they're outsourcing out here.
Yeah.
And that building too, before it was Aldi's, it was Acme. Before that, it was Pathmark.
Yeah.
And it's just
I guess Americans are doing it wrong, or
yeah.
Well, Pathmark apparently in that building they kind of destroyed a lot. They ruined themselves basically. It's like they weren't keeping track on the cleanliness. They weren't keeping track on the supply. You know, they were throwing out a bunch of shit. They had a lot of waste, And that's something that we were learning like a couple days ago with the store manager. He was saying like, yeah, they because of them, they brought in rats to like that whole building because of Pathmark. And then Acme came in and tried to get rid of that situation. They couldn't. It was terrible. It took Lidl for them to get that shit stable because the rats were everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was disgusting.
it's crazy, bro. So I grew up in Miyake, so
That was your spot?
Mark.
That was your go-to?
What? Not really, but
Oh.
like that was the only place that it was open for a time, 24 hours. You would be walking down Park Avenue drunk. You go in there to take a piss, buy some fucking chips or some shit. Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Now, I don't continue to crowd, but I like the supermarket. I've only shopped it.
Lidl? They got good meat. A good meat selection.
Good
Pause.
They got a good meat selection. It's all choice.
I haven't been there at all.
It's all choice, but it's not bad quality. I'll tell you that. I've cooked a bunch of like ribeye from them, and they're really good. Really, really good.
Tell them to bring back the macadamia nut cookies.
Nah, I can't. I don't know. They delisted them. It's not on me. That's on them. I can't tell them.
How do you work there and not have a say in what they're
I'm not a,
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
You gotta get to like corporate level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. At first, I didn't know how to pronounce it. I was like, is this little? Is this Lido?
I thought it was little too.
I found out about it through like cringy ass commercials with like some guy that looked like Gargamel with like a Ukrainian accent who was like
with the avocado.
the avocados.
That was like the only commercial you guys had, don't you?
He was like,
Why do you say you guys like?
he's like, you represent. but it was just like, I wonder how they get them here. They probably smuggle them in mangoes. Fuck, like, what is this guy talking
Yeah,
about?
I didn't see that one.
Yo, but
It's a bunch
their
of
marketing
weird ones,
is
yeah.
pretty nice.
It is.
I'll show it to you.
They need to get better at marketing in Spanish.
But
Though.
you know, one funny thing though is so I had this German friend that I had, and I told her like, hey, like when she came here to visit, she was staying in Hudson County and stuff like that. I was like, oh, we have like a Lido and an Aldi here. I'm like, at that time, me and my mom, we would always shop there. I was like, yeah, we love that shit. And she's like, oh, really? That's like a dollar store, like where we're from and stuff. Like it's like a value supermarket. And I was like,
What's wrong with that?
that shit's fire as fuck for me.
like, you're gonna shit on what I like.
Bro, even bodegas are getting expensive as fuck with the inflation, bro. Fucking milk went
Yo,
up
but
like
bodegas are not
5
selling everything, bro. Bodegas
is,
are
bro.
selling everything from baby wipes to hookahs.
Yeah.
Like, they got variety.
bro. They got variety. They got your raws and they got your baby powder, bro. What do you need, bitch? Tell me what you need.
Fucking formulas to
Times
be
are
able
tough.
to.
Times are tough right now.
Okay.
I almost thought I wasn't gonna pay rent, but
Yeah.
I didn't. Almost.
Right
Yeah,
now,
yo.
they're right now they don't sell what you can right now, bodegas. And yo, rent right now is only going higher, bro. Like we don't try to see if it be cheaper.
This shit don't stop. It's
Bro, anywhere else that we looked to move can't, because it's like we get less space for the same price.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
I was actually living like a block or two away from here. I had like 4 bedrooms for $1,100.
What the fuck?
Why'd you move out?
Why'd you?
You could
There's
put like
too
a
many
post.
apps. I had like I lived there for so long, and I was there with my mom too.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
Your mom was your op?
no, I had to leave, and I was like, you gotta leave too, because this is not the spot right now. Yeah.
Did you get into like
You got
some
some
bad boys shit? Like what?
No,
Four
it's
brothers?
just like
Yeah.
it's not good.
Let's keep it.
We'll leave it like
We'll
that.
leave it like that. But yo,
Thank you for
thank you
coming
for
on to the
coming on,
podcast.
bro. We're probably gonna end it
Amazing.
today. For Nami, and it was a fucking amazing ass episode.
For having me,
no,
yeah,
of course.
to see what it turns to.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, we're gonna send you the links. We're gonna send you the. That's pretty much it. We're just gonna,
Yeah, I'll probably tag you in a post.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
The merch. No, we got no merch yet.
Well-
Oh wait, do you have any merch that you want to promote?
Yeah, if you want to plug anything,
By the time this comes out, most likely, I still won't have printed the shirts I've been wanting to print. They'll be coming.
I'll put a link here
Yeah,
for the
we're
Instagram
gonna
in the
watch it.
bio.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna be putting on the links for them T-shirts, so keep track. We're gonna cop like 50. All right. Thank you for watching.
Further explanation. I don't know if we were recording when we said it. We did move downstairs.
Oh yeah, we did. I know we talked about.
Yeah, okay. I just be like, yeah, where the fuck are these guys?
No, we talked.
All right, guys. Peace out.